She kept a faint smile on her face as her hands held the steering wheel, weaving through traffic on I-95 like she was racing towards something urgent, something that clearly didn't involve me. "Calm down," she said, briefly glancing in my direction with the same composed expression I had trusted for 8 years. "You'll catch your flight." But her phone, resting on the dashboard, kept lighting up. No name, just a number labeled "Send Contact," and each time it vibrated, her smile grew a little tighter. That's when the feeling hit me. Something was off. We pulled into the departure lane at Miami International Airport. Before I could even reach for the handle, she leaned in and pressed a quick kiss against my cheek. It felt rushed, almost like an obligation. "Message me when you land," she said. I stepped out, grabbed my bag, and shut the door. She didn't linger. The car was already moving again before I even made it to the sidewalk. I stood there, watching her car fade into traffic. For the first time, it didn't feel like she was dropping me off. It felt like she was getting rid of me. What was she so eager to return to? If you truly enjoy stories like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Share where you're watching from, and let us know the current time where you are. It's always interesting to see how far these stories travel. At first, I tried to dismiss the feeling. Maybe she was just tense. Maybe it was the traffic. Maybe it was nothing at all. But sitting at gate D17, staring at my phone, I couldn't ignore it anymore. 3 months. That's how long she'd been different. Conversations had become shorter. Showers lasted longer. Her phone was always turned face down. And now this. She had insisted on driving me for a 3-day business trip to Chicago. She hated airport runs, hated traffic, hated waking up early. Yet today, she seemed eager. That's when the uneasiness settled in my chest. Heavy, cold, something wasn't right. Boarding began, but I didn't get up. Instead, I opened our shared location app. She always kept it on. And there it was. Her car wasn't heading home, not even close. 15 minutes after dropping me off, she exited the highway and stopped. In Brickell outside a condo building, I stared at the screen. "No," I muttered under my breath. Denial came quickly, hitting hard. Maybe she was meeting a friend. Maybe grabbing coffee. Maybe her location stopped moving. 30 minutes passed, then an hour. I never boarded the plane. Instead, I booked a ride back. Same city, same traffic. But I wasn't the same person anymore. When I reached Brickell, I didn't rush inside. I sat across the street, watching the building as if it might reveal something on its own. Then I saw her car, parked, alone. There was no hesitation anymore, just a quiet certainty growing stronger. Still, I didn't go up, not yet. I waited, because catching her in the act wasn't enough. I needed the truth. I needed proof. I needed consequences. That night, I checked her phone records. Numbers don't lie. There it was again, the same unknown number. Hundreds of calls, late nights, early mornings. I saved it and dialed using a blocked line. It rang once before a man picked up. "Hey, you're back already," he said casually. I stayed silent. Then he chuckled. "I thought you said your husband was flying out today." My grip tightened around the phone. He didn't hesitate, didn't question anything. Because to him, I didn't exist. I ended the call and sat there in the darkness. That was the moment something inside me broke. Not loudly, not dramatically. Quietly, cleanly, like a switch being flipped. The next morning, I returned home. She was in the kitchen, making coffee as if everything was perfectly normal. "You missed your flight?" she asked, her brows slightly furrowed just enough to look concerned. "Yeah," I replied. She nodded slowly. "You should have told me. I would have stayed." The word almost made me laugh. Instead, I just looked at her. "Where did you go after dropping me off?" She didn't hesitate. Not even a second. "Home," just like that. Effortless. That's when I realized this wasn't new for her. Lying wasn't a reaction, it was routine. The manipulation began instantly. "You're overthinking. You've been distant lately. Maybe you're projecting something." Every word was smooth, rehearsed, but I wasn't listening anymore, because I had already moved past emotion. Now I was thinking, planning. That same day, I contacted a divorce lawyer in downtown Miami. Calm, precise, ruthless. Exactly what I needed. We reviewed everything: assets, accounts, the condo under both our names. She believes she's ahead of you, he said. Use that. So I did. For the next week, I acted normal, quiet, even apologetic. I've just been under pressure, I told her. She softened, drew closer, tried to regain control, and all the while, I observed, tracked, gathered. Every visit to that building, every late-night call, every lie. Then I set the trap. I told her I had another trip, Dallas this time, 3 days. She offered again. I'll drive you, she said quickly. Of course you will. Same airport, same rushed goodbye, same quick kiss. And the moment I stepped out, she sped off again. But this time, I wasn't leaving. I followed her. She didn't check her mirrors. She didn't think she needed to. Same route, same building, same parking spot. I waited 5 minutes before going inside. Took the elevator, found the unit, knocked. The door opened. There he was, confident, relaxed, shirt half buttoned, until he saw me. Can I help you? He asked. I pushed past him. And there she was, frozen, like her entire world had just shattered. No yelling, no chaos, just silence, heavy, crushing silence. You didn't even wait an hour, I said calmly. She tried to speak. Nothing came out. The aftermath wasn't loud either. It didn't need to be. I had everything: call records, location history, confirmation, and most importantly, timing. 2 weeks later, everything collapsed around her. Joint accounts frozen, legal papers served, the condo locked in dispute. And him, he worked for a major firm with strict conduct, rules, an anonymous report, backed with evidence. He wasn't laughing anymore after that. She tried calling, messaging, showing up, apologies, tears, promises. I never answered, because the man she knew no longer existed. The last time I saw her was in a quiet courtroom in Miami. No eye contact, no conversation, just signatures and the sound of something ending. The strange part is, she thought she was dropping me off so she could get back home faster. She didn't realize she was driving straight into the end of everything. Sometimes I still think about that morning. The traffic, the phone lighting up, her smile, how easy it all seemed for her, until it wasn't. Now, whenever I pass that airport, I don't think about departures. I think about the moment I finally saw the truth, clear, undeniable, and colder than anything I had ever felt. The end.